All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Green Bay Packers in today's video. Let's do a quick throwback. The year's 2011, Week 17 against the Detroit Lions. Mr. Matt Flynn, 31 of 44, 480 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Obviously, that was the last game of the season. This is the second game of the season. Completely different situations, but I just wanted to throw something lighthearted out there because Malik Willis most likely isn't going to be thrown for over 400 yards. But hey, love a good underdog story. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because it is currently Friday afternoon and Jordan Love did not practice. Matt LaFleur did technically say Love could play without practicing, but I think it's pretty much a certainty that Malik Willis will be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers this upcoming weekend against the Indianapolis Colts. But folks, I'm not freaking out. I'm really not. I think at worst case, Jordan Love will be back by week 4. And even if Green Bay is 1-2, even if they're 0-3, it's a really long season and you never know what can happen. So welcome back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already. Obviously, we're talking about the Green Bay Packers. If we try and get to 200 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. And also shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. More on that in a couple of minutes. But Malik's really intriguing. And it sucks that the Packers lost 34-29 in Brazil. And it sucks that Jordan Love got injured on, what was it, the third to last play of the game on the final drive, because that was a really good football game. You know, there were way too many penalties for the Green Bay Packers. Like, they had 10 in total. It was just momentum killing, but they ran phenomenally. Josh Jacobs had a really good game. Emmanuel Wilson had a really good game. Jaden Reed had a phenomenal game. Defensively, Xavier McKinney, the new addition, had an interception. Jair Alexander had an interception. I never really felt like Green Bay was the worst team with Philadelphia. But at the same time, if you told me that week 1 matchup, Green Bay versus Philadelphia, is going to be the NFC Championship game, it wouldn't shock a single soul on the planet Earth. Quay Walker, 11 total tackles. Javon Bullard, fellow Georgia guy, rookie debut, 11 total tackles. I mean, these dudes were making plays. Rashawn Gary with a beautiful sack. Like, it wasn't the perfect football game, but for a week 1, if you watched any other football game outside of like Thursday night's game, Friday's night game, and then Sunday night, I mean, it was a slop fest for pretty much 20 plus teams in the National Football League. So overall, I still feel great about Green Bay, but Malik Willis is extremely unproven. You know, this was a 3rd round draft pick from 2022. He's 0-3 as a starter. All of those starts came in his rookie season in 2022. He completed 50.8% of his passes. He had 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He had a passer rating of 42.8. And then last year, he only threw 5 passes. So we don't know too much about Malik Willis as far as actual game tape goes. But I mean, I remember watching him over at Liberty in his final year of college. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's got a really good arm. We're going to get to that in just a second. Jaden Reed has been hyping him up. Malik Willis seems, like he said today, he's been working his ass off. He's been working his tail off since he landed in Green Bay. And I do like the fact that, all right, guys, before we get back into this video, I want to show you how to bet on this game using BetUS. If you're looking for a new sports book this football season, BetUS should be your answer. Fastest payouts in the industry. I love their interface. Very easy to use. I'm going to show you step by step here. We're going to go from football. We're going to go down to NFL odds week 2. We're going to scroll on down. Just got that fresh new Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah. Green Bay right here, plus 125. I'm keeping my eye on this. Now, here's the catch, and it's a good catch. 150% bonus on your first deposit. All right. For your next 2 deposits, you'll receive a 125% bonus. So at the end of the day, it's going to be 150% on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2, all with code YouTube150. Let's get back into the video. You know, the Indianapolis Colts have a very young quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who started less than 20 games in his entire football career. And I just like that he's a little bit errant. You know, he makes big-time plays, but he also has big-time mistakes. He has big-time turnovers. The accuracy is an issue, and I think the Green Bay Packers defense is really good. And I think the Green Bay Packers offensive line and that running back room and their skill position, I think is really good. And I also think Malik Willis being in Tennessee for the last couple of years, like you're in the quarterback room. You're prepping to go up against the Indianapolis Colts defense twice a year for the last 2 seasons. So I think there's a level of familiarity there. And I'm really just not freaking out. I think it's actually going to be a pretty interesting football game. So I was reading a great article over on The Athletic by Matt Schneiderman, and he was talking about how Malik Willis is prepping for this game. And, we've heard Jaden Reed, practice sessions, film sessions, same thing with Christian Watson. Malik got here less than a month ago, August 27th. Green Bay traded for him with just a 2025 7th round pick. I was kind of anticipating Ryan Tannehill to get picked up by Green Bay on like Monday or Tuesday, but that didn't happen. The point is, though, he doesn't have to put the team on his back. And it is only week 2. You don't want to start off 0-2. So there's a little bit of pressure in the sense of you don't want to start off your season 0-2 because your starting quarterback is injured. But I think Matt LaFleur is such a great offensive coordinator, or I should say offensive play caller. I think he's just a brilliant offensive mind, and what he's been doing all week and what he's going to continue to do up until the first kickoff on Sunday afternoon, he's just prepping a game plan around Malik Willis's strengths. And I will just say, even though we haven't seen him play in 2 years fully in the NFL regular season, but if you go back in that last season at Liberty, this guy runs for like 100 yards per game. He scores like a rushing touchdown, or he did. I know it's Liberty, not a Power 5 school, but there's playmaking there, whether it's with his arm or his legs. I think you're going to see a heavy game plan based around running, but you just throw him some little dink and dunks, throw him a little bit of some easy completions. Apparently the Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator, they don't blitz too much. So I've heard that they're going to be in cover 3 a lot. So just dink and duck, check downs, and just give him easy completions. Make that defense respect him a little bit. Get some first downs with your legs. Make some plays with your legs here. And then you have open lanes for Josh Jacobs. We're also hearing that Marshawn Lloyd's going to be making his NFL regular season debut. I think Marshawn Lloyd's a freaking beast. This is a dude who averaged over 7 yards per carry in his last year at USC, last season with Caleb Williams. Once again, I know A.J. Dillon, done for the year, absolutely sucks, but that's why you have Emmanuel Wilson still on this roster. 4 carries, 46 yards. 11.5 yards per carry against the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a really talented defense and especially a really talented defensive line. At the end of the day, the Green Bay Packers ran 21 times for 163 yards and a touchdown, averaging 7.8 yards per carry against the Philadelphia Eagles defense. So Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Tucker Kraft, Christian Watson, Luke Musgrave, Dontavian Wicks, Josh Jacobs, the list goes on and on and on with offensive playmakers at Malik Willis and Matt LaFleur's disposal. And if the defense can do their thing, get some sacks, but most importantly, get some turnovers. Anthony Richardson, not the most accurate passer, but once again, that big-time playability with his legs and his arm is certainly there. So I feel really good that Jair Alexander, Xavier McKinney, Javon Bullard, Keyshawn Nixon, a lot of these kids, all 4 of those kids that I just mentioned, I think had really good games against the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly had some success running the ball with Saquon Barkley, and they also dominated, especially in the second half, the time of possession. So a little bit more stamina, a little bit less fatigue for this defense, a lot of rest. We haven't played in over a week, and we still are 3 days away from from Sunday's kickoff. So it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. So that's it for me. Hope guys enjoyed it. It's a big time game. Got to get this win. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Also, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. And folks, hopefully Sunday afternoon, we got a Packers victory recap video coming your way. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Peace. Oh, actually, most importantly, give me a score prediction for this game down below. Now I'm done. Peace.